Okay, need to be careful here.
I imagine you have a lot of feelings about West treating in particular.
Yes.
Try to think some nicer way to put things.
You can be as unreserved as you want.
Okay. What would I like to say to Mr. Streeting? Got so many things.
I've got so many things I would love to say to dear Wes. Let me think.
Going back to Glasgow in the rain. You and me on the canal with cheap champagne. Taking blurry photos, makeup running down your face. Laughing at what fools were that day. Making fun of ourselves, drunk on holiday. And I'm so far away. It's hard to imagine my...
This video is brought to you by us. If you like what you see, please consider supporting us by becoming a member of our website. Visit transmatters.co for more information. So I want to talk about the architect of all of this and come to the title of the film we're making here today. I was wondering how you would finish the statement, Dear Wes.
Dear Wes, families all over the UK look to you as Health Secretary to look after their best interests. Families with trans children no different. Why are you failing them so spectacularly?
Dear Wes, my child has been living in her chosen gender for 3 years now. She has not for one moment doubted her decision. She is not gender questioning. She is a beautiful trans girl. Trans adults exist, and therefore so do trans children. To have her in our life is a joyous and beautiful experience, but it is also a very, very difficult experience to go through as a family. To watch your child experience such profound dysphoria that they cry and scream and try to crawl out of their own skin is an experience I would not wish on anyone. And this decision that you and the government are making is making our pain so very much worse. Like any parent, our only desire is to keep our child alive and healthy and hopefully thriving. All we ask for is the right to affirm her unshakable sense of being a girl who wants to grow into a woman. I'm begging you to find the humanity to reverse the ban for my little girl and for thousands like her.
Dear Wes, my name is River, I'm 8 years old and I am a girl. Since I was 3, I've known I was a girl. I'm really lucky because my family loves me and believes me. At school, they told me I couldn't wear the girls' uniform. They told me I could go to the office at lunch and look at it and touch it, but not wear it. It made me feel like I was a joke, like I couldn't be allowed to be myself. I cried all the way home. They act like I don't know myself just because I'm a kid. But I do know, and I know that puberty is coming soon, so it scares me. I know there's medicine that can pause puberty. That will give me time to grow up without worrying about grown-up things. I'm not allowed to have that medicine, even though it's safe and reversible. Why not? Why can't I just have time to be a kid? I want to play Minecraft, go on my go-kart and listen to Epic the Musical. I want to feel safe being me. Please stop hurting kids like me, and please stop making us grow up with fear. Thank you.
Dear Wes, I know that, like all those coffins that we've been leaving on your doorstep, you probably won't actually read this and are going to throw this in the garbage. But you shouldn't. You should listen to us because we know what we're going through and you have no idea what it's like to be us. all we want is to live, to be able to access healthcare, to have a chance to just be ourselves without having to worry about the pressures of puberty and society, so that we can make decisions for ourselves. And you are actively denying us that. You are actively denying us the right to live as ourselves. These are kids whose lives are in immediate danger because of your actions, because of your cowardly decisions to put your political reputation over the lives of actual children. And that's just despicable. I hope that you can't sleep at night.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of fighting you. The world is big and wide and scary, and you can't understand everyone's experiences, but that doesn't mean you can keep ignoring us and hurting us.
Dear Wes, I'd like to read you something that you wrote for The Mirror back in 2023. You said, "No matter how well I did in school, the pride I felt about my achievements began to be eclipsed by the deep sense of shame about who I was. I was terrified that accepting who I was would only add to the abuse I already suffered in school. After all, I had been hit with homophobic slurs since I was 11. Imagine the carnage if my bullies knew the truth. I find it really disturbing, someone who claims to be a part of the LGBTQIA+ community, he doesn't care about other people going through that same trauma. Everything you said here relates to a lesbian's experience, a bisexual person's experience, a trans person's experience. Anyone in the community, to a certain extent, can relate to these things. There's no empathy from you, Wes. You're the health secretary. It's literally your job to look after this stuff. You could stop trans people suffering, but you don't. It's so disappointing. We deserve better.
Dear Wes, why don't you see us as human beings? Why are you able to sacrifice us so easily? Being a gay man, you should know how vulnerable it is to grow up as a queer person. Why is it you're so readily killing us, letting us suffer without any help at all?
Dear Wes, please involve trans children, the parents of trans children, and trans adults who are former trans children into conversations and decisions made about our long-term healthcare. We are entitled to this healthcare. This healthcare predates your tenureship, predates my lifespan, so please just involve people with lived experience before you make any more damning decisions about something that you know nothing about.
I think I'd say, like, dear Wes, listening's not enough. Time to take action. Action for trans health. Action for trans justice and for bodily autonomy and for the right for people to express themselves however they wish.
Dear Wes, everyone needs to be able to access healthcare that they need without discrimination, and this includes trans children. Trans children have the right to bodily autonomy, to healthcare, and to non-discrimination, and we don't have this at present in the country, so yeah, there's work to do.
I would say, dear Wes, please look at the evidence. The harm that you have done can't be undone, but you can help build a better future for these young people. Because at the end of the day, they are just kids, and they're just trying to be themselves. It's making their adolescence harder, and it's making some of them not see a future in themselves.
Dear Wes, I'd like you to close your eyes for a minute. I'd like you to picture a 16-year-old. He's got a blonde buzz cut, he's got rectangular glasses, he's got a granddad jumper that he pulls right the way down his arms and clenches his fingers over, and he is beautiful and he is loved. He loves eating shitty vegetable samosas and reading poetry and going on long walks with his friends where they don't check the route properly and decide that they aren't going to buy a train ticket from Chesham to Berkhamsted. They're going to walk it for 2.5 hours, not realising it includes crossing a motorway roundabout. And they're going to cross the motorway roundabout hand in hand, screaming, and somehow they make it and they get there and they get to this castle ruin and lay down and they eat these vegetable samosas and they make friendship bracelets. They make one for the person that they love. They make one for the friends that they love. They give the best hugs. They meet everyone. They can't walk into a room without knowing at least 15 people in it. And he's gone. So much of this world is wrong, and that's what took him away, and you are a part of that. Why are you doing this? What are they giving you that makes it worth taking him away from us? What are they giving you that makes it worth taking so many people away from their friends and their loved ones? What is it giving you that means that 2 of my friends can be in front of me, 2 of the people that I love most in the world can be in front of me, and still I will stand at the edge of the canal and struggle to bring myself back from it? That was you. That was all you.
You wanna run before the sky starts to fall. You don't wanna wait, though it might not at all.
Dear Wes, once upon a time, you would have had an idea of the man that you wanted to be when you achieved your ambition of becoming a front bench minister, a cabinet minister. That man that you then saw yourself as being is not, you will know, the man you are today. When you are through this period of your life, when politics casts you out as it casts everybody out eventually, you are going to need to live with the choices that you have made whilst you were in government. And I would urge you to think about the man you once wanted to be and to rediscover those values, because those values are not the values you're exhibiting today.
I have seen once I was the carriage.
I hope you change your mind more than anything, because I wouldn't want to be remembered the way that you're already remembered so far. But that doesn't need to be the history you leave behind, nor should it be the history that you leave on other people.
I is I, and the interface is stable. You is you, I is I, and the interface.
The pressure.
Interface, you is you, I is I, and the interface is stable. You is you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Okay.
That was great.
It wasn't the words I would like to say. It was kind of like, yeah.
It's fine. Start when you're ready.